Hi guys, day number 3, well, gene key number 3, and really go buy this book. If you want to read this, read it in depth and just get so much out of it, so much inspiration. I'm so inspired every time I read it, every time I open it. And today is going over gene key number 3, in which the shadow is chaos, the gift is innovation, and the city is innocence. And it just makes so much sense, right? When we're talking about chaos and we're talking about organizing it, generally we're talking about the government, we're talking about religion, and we're talking about all this stuff. And literally, like, read this, because I don't think I can take you through it the way he does. But I love how he explains how we get to this gene key and how we get to this place of understanding ourselves, and how, in a way, we're literally trying to, and I'll just go straight to the point, be more childlike, be more curious, be more innovative, be more, let's go to like this state of being like children do. So children are always learning, they're always discovering, and they're always kind of testing things out for themselves. They don't just listen to what you say and then say like, oh, I'll do that, yeah, thank you. They literally go through so much trial and error, so much curiosity, and that's how they learn and that's how they develop, right? So, so taking away our feeling that we, that our DNA knows everything. Our DNA does know a lot, but that we interpret our world through our cell wall or our cell structure. And yeah, again, it's like this so beautifully stated that we're supposed to go through difficulty in the beginning. So anytime you're going through something, or you're beginning something, or you're doing something that's new, it's going to be difficult. I kind of expect it, right? Like, that's so cool. We get to expect difficulty, accept it, and move on. So this is like a really profound insight, because from this chaos of the difficulty, we get innovation. It becomes easier. And this makes, I'm just gonna like go through and see what I highlighted, but this makes people, and this makes humanity afraid of change. Now, something that I've been toying with a lot, and you know, this is, the repressive nature is anal. So really like this restriction of life, a control mechanism, and the reactive nature is disordered. So, you know, rage outwardly, just, you know, honestly, this isn't my gene key, but at the end, it really started to make sense. So, because this gift of innovation is literally that we allow our DNA to be influenced by our environment. And so in allowing our environment to come and teach us things, we learn and we explore, and we build from that. We build innovation from that. And we reach higher levels of consciousness through that. And, you know, just reminding us as adults to never grow up. I think that's really cool. So be open-hearted and be open-minded as a child. And then just having like this inner trust. Another really key point that he makes in this is having inner trust in who you are, having like this innate trust that things aren't just going to go to chaos just because they're the unknown. I think there's so much brilliance in this. And I've spoken before about going from the head to the heart, and he talks right here about going from the head to the solar plexus. So just like this, again, different take on intuition, that our intuition doesn't have to come from this control, this mind control, the known. It can come from the unknown. Because that's really where we're going to, is always into the unknown. And you can either go excitedly and you can explore, or you can be swept up by it. So his third city, the innocence, is all play and no work. And that's like, can you imagine? And I've been exploring in my mind what life would look like with less control, because we've worked ourselves into such a place in this world that we have all like control over everything, right? We know everything. We think we know everything. We want to know everything, because science, right? We want to know everything. Then we realize that the more we explored science, the less we know, because there's always going to be more to explore. And there's only so much that we can measure at this point. You know, we can't measure everything, so we can't know everything. That's okay. We're allowed to do that. So he explores this theory. Like, this is amazing. He says, what would happen if we had no government, no religion, no education, no police, no army or money? What would happen? We fear that. We fear that it would just be flat out chaos. But the truth is that we don't know what would happen. The child inside of us longs to find out. So I know I'm connected with my inner child, and yeah, the child inside of me is always thinking, what would life look like if we had made different choices, if we had different choices, if we could explore what those choices look like. And if this is you, if this is your gene key, it would be so fun to talk to you. It would be just, that would be so fun. But yeah, the human awareness had to go through a phase in which it believed itself to be the center of the universe. It still does. And that is an enormous joke to the third gene key. Very cool. So yeah, when we take away our need to be genius, do we become more genius? And these are really cool philosophical questions. I feel like I don't have enough to say about this, but it is so cool. So cool. Because this nature of things, the third gene key, it follows the male and the female. And it just is, you know? What if we could go to a life where we just were? Right now, we shouldn't have to fight for food or safety or security. We should all be healing our trauma. We should all be helping others heal their trauma. And this third gene key goes to that place of, what if life had never been traumatic? Well, we wouldn't have gone through all of that. And I'm fine having gone through all of that. And I don't wish it on anybody, but it just is what it is. So this book, literally, it's like rephrasing everything. I mean, we've heard of Eckhart Tolle. We've heard of his book, and we all read it, and we're like, that's brilliant. And this right here, it's maybe a little less anecdotal, but there's some really good explanations in here. And I don't make profits from this book at all. I'm just so blown away by the depth of this book and the pertinence to this book and this just relevancy to what this book is trying to tell us, teach us as humanity. Something I forgot about the gene key, the third one, is love and unity. So that's all we want. That's all we're trying to get to, is a place where we feel unified. A place where we are our environment. We are interacting constantly with our environment. We're not above it. We're not smarter than it. We're part of it. Okay, so I'm gonna get my yoga on. I'm just trying to multitask sometimes, or I don't want to sit here and bore you with my talk. So enjoy your day, and I hope that you join me for this journey, that it's just this exponential growth within, that we can let go in a lot of ways, let go of our expectations, let go of the need to be something that, we've always thought we needed to be, and just be so curious about who you are and so excited for who you are. Because when it comes down to it, this is I'm gonna say this every single time, when it comes down to it, we need to be who we are. We need to act in accordance to who you are, the gifts you provide. You are important, and your gifts are important. And every day that goes by that you're not learning or discovering your gifts or being proud of your gifts or being excited for what you offer, that's a day wasted. by the way. It's not really a day wasted, it just is. Like, come on, let's take our own advice here. It just is, but it does take away from your vitality. And I'm gonna get to the vitality. That's part of, is a really, really cool gene key. It's right at the top of mine, which is probably why I'm here. It's just to help people see how to be more vital, how to be more themselves, how to like lighten up, vibe, like, God, get, like, let your energy channels flow. Cool, eh? Okay. Bye, guys.